What's up, everybody? So today we're going to continue our SEO deep dive series by talking about backlinks. Now, if you're not sure what backlinks are, let me just tell you, they've been one of the most effective tools in helping my private practice website show up at the top of local Google search results. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how to do it in today's video. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. Now, I know you might be wondering, Marie, what exactly is a backlink? Well, basically, it's just anytime another website links to your website. It could be your homepage, or it could be a specific page like a blog post. Now, Google interprets each backlink as a type of vote of confidence that that website thinks your content is valuable to share with its audience. So it's a pretty sweet deal, and with a targeted approach, getting the right backlinks can really boost your website's SEO. Now, full disclosure, for private practice skills, I just have not had the bandwidth, time, energy to focus on backlinks, and that's a real mistake on my end because they are so valuable. But what I will say is with my private practice website, when I first launched, I threw a ton of time and energy into gaining the right kinds of backlinks, and it definitely worked. So I'm going to show you how I did it. It turns out not all backlinks are created equal, not in the least. Now, there are a number of factors that Google takes a look at in order to understand how much SEO juice to give you from a particular backlink, but in my opinion, there's one item that matters more than all the others, and that's the authority of the referring website. What exactly do we mean when we say authority? Well, if we were talking about recommending somebody in person, if I hopped on TV and my local news TV show said that Marie Fang has this amazing practice, well, that's a great kind of backlink from my local news, but if Oprah Winfrey hopped on TV and said that Dr. Marie Fang is the best psychologist in the nation, well, that carries a lot of authority. Google's gonna know, yep, Oprah knows what's up. Marie is awesome if Oprah says she's awesome. If you're watching Oprah, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Probably you're not watching, but I think you're cool. Anyway, it's the exact same concept with backlinks on your website. If Joe Schmo links to you, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily sending you a bunch of SEO juice, meaning your website isn't necessarily going to rank much higher in Google search results if a really tiny small website links to you. However, if a big website like Huffington Post or Psychology Today or somebody like that links to your website, then you're going to get a lot more SEO juice. It's really important to focus on a few key websites with a lot of domain authority when you're building those backlinks. I don't want to see y'all wasting your time posting your website in the comments section of other therapist blog posts. It's not going to do anything. I've done it before. It's just a waste of time. Also, as a super bonus tidbit, Google happens to think that domains ending in .edu or .gov have more authority than your average website simply because they have the .edu, .gov at the end. There's this assumption that because it's a government or university website, it must have some legitimacy, and if they're linking to your webpage, then it must be pretty legit. Later on in this video, I am going to show you my tips for how I got listed in a couple of EDU websites. It's not too complicated, and you can definitely replicate it. Now, before you try getting more backlinks, it's important to first assess who's already linking to your website. Now, if you haven't launched your website yet, then I assume no one's linked to it. But if your website's been live for any amount of time, then I encourage you to head over to this tool from Neil Patel. Do you remember Neil Patel? Oh, he visited us in a few videos back. We're gonna use one of his other tools today. Okay, so first we're gonna head over to neilpatel.com, our trusty old friend. Scroll to the bottom, and on Tools, click on Backlinks. And then go ahead and enter the domain of your website. Now, I'm going to show you for my private practice website because I've done a bit of work with backlinks. Okay, so you can see here I have 34 total backlinks to my website. That's different people linking to my private practice website. And then this number just means how many different domains are linking to my website. So if joeschmo.com links to my website in this blog post, and then joeschmo.com links to my website in this second blog post. Those are both from the same referring domain. It's more powerful to have backlinks from different referring domains than a whole bunch from the same referring domain, if that makes sense. And this statistic also shows you your .gov and .edu referring domains, which, as a reminder, are incredibly powerful backlinks and really help boost your SEO. So as we scroll down, it's going to give us some information about who's linking to our website. You'll see here there's a domain score, which is on the scale of 1 to 100, which tells us how powerful Google thinks that website is. That's referring to that domain authority that we were talking about. And then the specific page score is referring to that particular article or page that is linking to your website. How powerful does Google think that specific page is? Now, with all of this said, you might be thinking, okay, Marie, that sounds great, but how the heck do I convince other people to put my website on their website? Great question. It's not too complicated with the right tools. There are 3 main tools that I use in order to build backlinks. The easiest on-ramp to building your backlinks is to use a tool called HARO, which stands for Help a Reporter Out. Now, this tool is so incredibly useful to building backlinks that I'm going to post a separate video all about how to use HARO in a way that's most successful to getting good backlinks directed to your website. Now, I don't want to keep you on your toes for too long, so you can expect to see that video come out in the next week or so. Next, you want to see if you can snag a .edu backlink, which, if there's nothing else you take away from this video, I really encourage you to try this tip. Now, the first tip for this is to go to your alma mater website and see if they have any sort of alumni blog, Alumni Spotlight. This could be your undergrad, this could be grad school. The more schools you've been to, the merrier. You can contact all of them. So as an example, I did my undergrad at UC San Diego. What's up, Tritons, if you're out there? If you went to UCSD, the library is your mascot and you are very proud of it. Anyway, I did a Google search looking for any pages related to UCSD alumni, and they had a very robust alumni page. So within the alumni page, I did a little bit of digging and I noticed that they had an Alumni Spotlight section. And as you clicked on any Alumni Spotlight, you could scroll to the bottom and there was an email to contact someone in order to have your own Spotlight feature. And that's exactly how it happened. I just emailed the person listed on the page, asked if I could be featured in an Alumni Spotlight, and she just sent me a list of questions to answer. So it was perfect because I could include my backlink wherever I wanted to within the page. And so of course I put it somewhere right in the first sentence. That one backlink is giving a lot of SEO juice to my private practice website, and the total amount of time that I spent on it was maybe about 15 minutes. It was easier than writing a blog post. I did the exact same thing for my grad school alma mater of Alliant International University. I found that they had blog posts featuring alumni, and so I asked if I could write a blog post on a particular topic. They seemed very excited to feature me because they want to show that the school alum are very successful. So I got to write a feature post all about how to get started in private practice. Sound familiar? Yes, that was before Private Practice Skills was born, so it's linking back to my private practice website. Now, you don't need to confine yourself to only schools you've previously attended when you're looking for that .edu SEO juice. You can also explore local universities and other schools to see if they'd be open to listing your website on their resource page for any of their students who might be in need of therapy. Now, of course, this is only relevant if you actually treat students, teens, etc., but that could be a powerful way not only to boost your SEO, but obviously to get referrals so that, people can work with you. You know what I mean. And the last sneaky tool that I use to grow my backlinks for my private practice were I use that same Neil Patel tool to research my competitors' websites. In other words, other people in my area who had a really similar niche as me, I just typed their domain name into the same tool and saw who was linking back to their website. Because I market myself as a Christian therapist, when I did research on the other Christian groups in my area, it turned out that a lot of churches were listing those other groups on their resource page for their congregants in case they were in need of counseling. So that was an easy in where I could just message those same churches and ask if they'd be interested in adding my page as one of the resources as well. Now, of course, you want to be careful with this and you don't want to just poach all the same backlinks as your competitors, but there might also be some really helpful places that you'd like to be listed that you might not have known about without doing this kind of research. Now, remember how I said that not all backlinks are created equal because some are more powerful than others? Well, there's also such a thing as bad backlinks, which means if you get backlinked from the wrong place, it could actually penalize your website in the Google search rankings. The easiest way to differentiate between good backlinks and bad backlinks is if it was pretty easy for you to get that link, it's probably a bad backlink. So for example, if you leave comments in other people's articles and blog posts and you leave a link to your website, that's a bad backlink. It's not going to help you, and especially if it's kind of random where you're posting. Similarly, if you hop on forums like Reddit threads or other similar websites and you are just posting your website all over the place in these forums, Google is really good at sniffing that out, and it's likely to ding your SEO. And of course, if you're paying someone for a backlink, those are all bad backlinks. So just skip it. Put in the good work, get a few good links, and it will pay off in the long run. Well, I hope you found this video helpful as you slowly chip away at building up some good backlinks and you watch your website grow in the Google search rankings. Now, for all that time and energy you're putting into building links to your website, you don't need to worry about how to manage your entire practice, such as scheduling, notes, and billing, as well as how to access a HIPAA-secure teletherapy platform. TherapyNotes.com has all of these features, and they're offering 2 months for you to try all of these features for free with no commitment, and keep in mind that that includes their Telehealth Beta platform. Click the link in my description box in order to get those 2 free months with Therapy Notes and enjoy sitting back and relaxing and not having to worry about managing your practice. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll look forward to addressing them in the future. Stay tuned in the next week or so for my video diving into how to use HARO in order to grow your backlinks. And until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well. And it was incredibly effective for open to listing your page for that .edo. That's a loud noise. Are they still doing yard work outside? Oh!